What is going on, guys? Yes, you read the title right. This is the Plague's End quest guide. You've made it here. You've made it all the way here. Hopefully you've been with me the whole time, and I hope that you've enjoyed it as much as I have. It's been almost a year since I started making YouTube videos. It's just going to be over 11 months when this video comes out. So I appreciate everything you guys have done for me. I really appreciate you watching. If you can go ahead, hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Maybe leave a like down there. Leave a comment. I read them all. Even if I don't reply, I read them all. I know everybody says that, but I don't get that many comments as of recording. Just let me know that you support me, and I appreciate it. But let's get right into it. So the quest requirements, I know this is a short list for a very long list of quest requirements, but these encapsulate all the required quests for this. So you're going to need to have completed Making History and all the prerequisite quests to that quest, Catapult Construction and all the prerequisite quests for that, as well as Within the Light, which is the big one that encompasses a majority of the quests you need to be able to complete this quest. As for the skill requirements, this is what you've been grinding towards. You finally got it and you're ready to do the quest. You're going to need 75 Agility, 75 Construction, 75 Crafting, 75 Dungeoneering, 75 Herblore, 75 Mining, 75 Prayer, 75 Range, 75 Summoning, and 75 Woodcutting. Just ran through that list real quick because you know it. You've been grinding towards it all those double XP weekends, and you're finally there. And importantly, boost will not work for any of these skills, so if you're planning on boosting, sorry to rain on your parade, but you have to actually have all these skills to be able to even start the quest. As for what items you're going to need to complete the quest, you're not going to need all these at one time. I'll tell you when you need to get items out of the bank. You're going to need one full set of combat equipment. I'm going to recommend this as magic. I'll get to that on the recommended items tab. You're going to want a full set of Mourner gear. This is the gas mask, Mourner boots, Mourner cloak, Mourner gloves, Mourner top, Mourner trousers. Make sure you have 6 pieces total, and you can go ahead and equip those rather than having them in your inventory. You're going to need a rune bar, as well as a plant cure, 10 magic logs, 200 spirit shards. You're going to need 1 each of the gold, green, blue, and red charms. You're going to need a summoning pouch, and you're going to need a super defense 3. So just if you buy a 4 or something off the Grand Exchange, or you have one, just drink it and you'll have a 3. In terms of recommended items, you'll see me use almost all these items throughout the quest. You're going to want 1 to 3 crystal teleport seeds. If you still have only the 1, you can get more by killing the elf guards in Letya. Nothing bad happens, and they almost guaranteed to drop a crystal teleport seed, and then you can take that to a Lund to get it charged. And you're going to want 1 to 3 because you're going back and forth to Letya quite a bit. You're going to want around 25 food banked, maybe more if you're a lower level attempting this quest. It can be very useful, and it's going to be very useful as it's quite a long boss fight at the end, and they can hit pretty high. You're going to want a Ring of Kinship for easy teleportation to Daemonheim. You're going to want an anti-poison just in case you get hit by one of the traps in Tyrnwyn, and you're going to want a set of magic combat gear and runes. I'm stressing that you're going to want that magic combat gear, as that's what most of the monsters are weak to. A majority, actually, are weak to fire spells. However, if you need to use ranged, that's still better than melee. So you're going to want to... I'm stressing that, I can't stress enough, magic combat gear and runes, unless you really don't have the combat gear good enough or a high enough magic skill, then use something else, but melee is going to be a last resort for this quest. It's going to make it a lot harder. Now for your first inventory, before you set off and begin the quest, you're going to want to have that full set of Mourner gear equipped, as well as having a weapon and ammo just in your inventory. You're going to want those 1 to 3 crystal teleport seeds ready to go when you need to get back to Letya. You're going to want that anti-poison just in case you get poisoned, and 8 free inventory spaces for things you're going to pick up during the course of the quest. Fill your extra space with food, but make sure you leave those 8 free inventory spaces. And finally, what you've been waiting for to start the quest, you're going to want to speak to Arianwen and Letya. He's standing in the same place he always has been on the first floor, or the ground floor if you're not from America. This quest is going to be done at 1-to-1 speed, so you can follow along. The best way to do that is on your phone or on a second monitor if you have that. To begin, you're going to want to speak to Arianwen and choose the first chat option, Let's Go. This is going to bring up the quest log to accept the quest. Just go ahead and accept the quest as long as you have all the requirements. You're good to go. You can accept it and then choose the first chat option. I have my Mourner disguise with me because you have it equipped and you brought it and you don't have a weapon equipped. Choose the first chat option. I'm ready to teleport. and you're going to be brought into the underground of Prif. Choose the first chat option when talking to the dwarf. Yes, please, and he's going to give you a document. It's your choice whether or not you read this. You can just open it and exit out of it, and then you're going to go through the door on the western side of the room. This is going to bring you into the storeroom under Prifdinus, right outside the Grand Library. Walk north and open the door. This is going to start a dialogue with the Death Guard captain, and he questions why you're even in the food store room. You're going to want to choose the third chat option saying, "We thought we saw a mouse," as to why you were in there. Follow that up with the second chat option, "It might get into the food stores." And then the first chat option, "We knew you were busy, so we dealt with it." This is going to get you out of trouble, and he's going to tell you to go relieve the other two mourners, speaking to Iaston. Now, Iaston is just going to be north through the next room, and then west. Speak to one of the mourners, and you're going to relieve them. And then speak to Iaston Edern. Choose the second chat option saying the captain wants you to hurry. And he's going to complain about knowing the master plan. Tells you to go get the master plan, and you're going to want to go up the stairs to your north. Now, once you're out here, you're going to want to head northwest and speak to the mayor. You're going to see a lot of starving elves, and the mayor is in his own little hut up on the hill to the north. Speak to the mayor of Prifdinus, and choose the second chat option. I've got a report from Iaston Edern. Once you're done talking to the mayor of Prifdinus, you're going to want to go all the way south from where you are now to where you can see the gnome copter and speak to the mourner surrounded by 3 elves. Select the first chat option when speaking to the mourner, saying the mayor wants you to distribute the food to everyone. And the mourner won't complain, and he'll distribute the food to all the starving elves, or he'll begin to. Now you're going to want to go back and speak to the mayor of Prifdinus. And choose the first chat option when speaking to the mayor, saying that the guards are distributing it to the crowd. This is going to make the mayor of Prifdinus nice and mad, and then take the Iworth master plan off his desk. Now you're going to want to return down into the Prifdinus underground where the storeroom was. So head southeast and back down the stairs you came up. Speak to Iaston Edern. Click through all the dialogue options. And then choose the first dialogue option. I have a document with Lord Iworth's plan right here. He's going to take the document, read about it, talk to you about it, and then choose the third chat option, how can we stop them? Now, Arianwen is going to recommend that you start an uprising with the people of West Ardoin to break down the walls and kill all the mourners. Now what you're going to have to do is go to East Ardoin after the dialogue option here and speak to the guy outside the church. I can't remember his name for the life of me, but he's right here. So you're going to want to home teleport to East Ardoin, which is just Ardoin. And from here, go south. And you're going to want to make your way all the way to the outside of the church where the guy you have to talk to is going to be standing. I'm having a brain fart right now as to what his name is. I'll start using it once I hover over him in-game. Counselor Haggrave. So you need to speak to Counselor Haggrave and choose the first chat option. I need to show you this document. He'll read it, and he won't believe what it says, but he believes it because it's you, and you've earned such a reputation. Now you're going to want to go to West Ardoin into the castle. Once you're in the castle, you're going to want to go upstairs and then go to the room on the east side. And you're going to want to speak to Bravek. This is the guy you made the hangover cure for in a previous quest. Choose the first chat option. I need to show you this document. And he'll tell you he's not one to start a revolution, but say the third chat option, we need to overthrow the Mourners. He's going to give you a list of names as to people who may want to help you with your revolution, and the first one is going to be out in the courtyard of the castle you're in currently. Once you're in the courtyard, you're going to want to speak to Jethic. He's just going to be roaming around. That's why I left it as such a big square on the picture I showed you there. Once you find him, just click on him and choose the first shut option. We would if we tore down the walls. Join my revolution. It's going to fade to black, and it's going to fade back in, and he'll be gone. And now you're going to want to go to the north of the castle and speak to Ted and Martha. This is where the Rotten Apple is located, just outside of their house, so if you know where that is, you can get there. Speak to either one of them, Ted or Martha, and choose the first chat option, I need your help overthrowing the Mourners. They're going to agree to help, and once again, it will fade to black and fade back in with them gone. Now, the next person you're going to want to convince is Nurse Sarah. She's on the southern side of West Ardoin. Ardoin. But just walk all the way south. And she'll be in the room with the beds. Speak to Nurse Sarah. And then choose the first chat option, I'd feel better if you joined my revolution. She's going to agree to join. Once again, it will fade to black. And now you're going to want to go north of where you are currently and a little west to speak to Carla, I believe is her name. She's going to be in all purple and just north of the graveyard. She stands out pretty well. Speak to Carla. She'll tell you about her son who was killed by the plague and say, join my revolution and avenge your son. Now you're going to want to go all the way west to the underground pass and speak to the man who escorted you through the underground pass in the actual quest, the underground pass. So when you speak to Koftik, choose the first chat option, I want your help to overthrow the Mourners. He'll agree. And now you need to get the last person who you need to help you, and that is Elena. So you're going to want to home teleport to Ardoin once again. Just run west from the home teleport. Walk across the log balance. And you'll be right outside Elena's house. You're going to want to speak to Elena. And then choose the first chat option. Yes, and it's time to stop them. You've now gathered everybody you need for your revolution, even though they're not going to help much. And you need to go to the church in West Ardoin just south of the castle. If you want, now would be the time to go get some combat equipment if you feel like you need it. just make sure you have your weapon because you're going to have to fight these guys, some Mourners, in the Mourner hideout. So if you need weapons or armor or anything, go grab them now. If you're similar to my levels, you're not going to need it. Choose the first chat option. Yes, I'll explain everything, then we'll strike. You just need to talk to anybody in the castle, and then or in the church, and then choose the fifth chat option. Enough talk, it's time to strike. So you need to go over to the Mourners hideout now. And you're going to see that all of the people you just gathered for your revolution are going to be outside. Just kick down the door to the Mourner hideout, and you'll begin a little phased Mourner hideout, basically raid. Kill all the Mourners on the ground floor. And then once you've killed all the Mourners, you're going to want to go down the trapdoor and into the basement where the head Mourner is located. Now kill all the Mourners on this floor here. And then once you've killed all the Mourners, you're going to want to go into the head Mourner's office and engage him. The head Mourner has a little bit more life, but he's not at all hard to kill, and he doesn't really do that much damage either. Especially if you're using magic. Once you get him down to 1 health, you're going to be presented with some options. The first option is going to be to interrogate him, then choose whether he lives or dies. The second chat option just lets him live. The third chat option kills him. And if you let him live, you will see him in Prifddinas at a later point. Now, Elena's going to give you a flag once you take care of the head Mourner, no matter what you do. And you're going to want to go up the ladder where the trapdoor was, and then up the stairs in the Mourner HQ. And then on the south side of the roof, there's going to be a flag that you need to replace. Now when you hang the flag, Sir Hugo and Sir Edmund are going to tell you to come down, but you'll show them your seal from the counselor, and Sir Hugo will go back to the East Ardoin castle where the king is to defend him. So you're going to want to climb down the staircase and get out of the Mourner HQ. It's going to unphase you once you go out the door that you kicked in, but it's for some reason there. And now you're going to want to go to the castle just outside the gates of West Ardoin. At the gates, you're going to see Sir Edmund. You're going to want to talk to him. And when he asks you if you're ready to go fight, choose the first chat option, yes. And then you're going to go into the castle. This is going to phase you once again. Open the door, and you're going to go right upstairs to where the king is located. Once again, there's going to be another fight here. This one is a slightly tougher fight than the head Mourner. So if you need combat equipment, go get it. You're going to talk to Sir Hugo, and this is going to lead straight into a fight. You will not get the option whether to let Sir Hugo live or die. Once the fight is over, he's just going to be dead. And then you'll have the option to let the king live or die. So you're going to want to talk to King Lothus. And then once again, the first option is going to be interrogate. Then choose whether you let him live or kill him. The second option lets him live, and the third option kills him. I killed him. Screw it, right? Sir Edmund's going to speak to you once again, and he's going to tell you should go back to Arianwyn. So use your crystal teleport seed to teleport back to Letya. Then from there, you're going to want to run east and speak to Arianwen in his little spot he's always in. Tell him you're ready to teleport, and then speak to Iest and Edern once you're back. Choose the third chat option. Okay, what do I do now? And then follow that with the first chat option. Arianwen is Lord Cadarn. Once again, Arianwen is going to want to teleport you back to Letya for the next part of the quest. So say yes, teleport me to Letya now. Once you're back in Letya, you're going to want to speak to Gwir. It's going to be just north of where you're teleported in. And choose the first chat option. I need to find the Elders of Prifddinas. She's going to tell you about a book that you can get called The Lost Elders. Search the bookcases just to the north and choose the first chat option to take the Lost Elders off the bookcase. Just open the book and then you can exit out of it and then speak to Gwir once more. You're going to want to choose the first chat option again. I need to find the Elders of Prifddinas, and then choose all options 1 through 4 to learn about each elder. So you can just click through the dialogue here because you're using a guide. You don't need to read about it because I'm showing you everything you need to do. Once you've learned about each of the first 4 elders, choose the 5th chat option, select more, and then select options 1 and 2 to learn about the final 2 elders. Once you're done, just say that's all, and then run south to the bank, and you're going to get out 10 magic logs. You no longer need your books and items and little notes you've gotten from everything, so you just need the 10 magic logs. And then in the bank room, there's going to be a symbol on the wall on the eastern side. You're going to want to inspect that symbol, and you're going to get symbol found 1 out of 5. Now go all the way west in Letya to the little archery shop. And this is where we're going to find symbol number 2. Symbol number 2 is going to be on the north-facing wall, just the smaller one. You can see it's located, you can see it right there. Inspect symbol right there, and you're going to get symbol number 2. Took me a second to find it. Now, on the southern side, on the wall here, there's going to be the 3rd symbol. And this is going to be the last of the symbols on the ground floor of Letya. Inspect the symbol, and you'll get 3 out of 5. Now you're going to want to go upstairs of the of the building Arianwen is located in. The stairs are the stairs that are located outside the building you're in currently. Climb up the stairs, and then on the north side of the altar room is going to be the final symbol. I didn't get close enough to it really, but you can see it's located right there. And then symbol 4 out of 5 is found. Go back down the stairs, and then west to the clothes shop. Now you're going to want to climb up the stairs within the clothes shop. And right in the small room on the western wall is going to be the final symbol. Now climb down the stairs, and there's going to be a spot for you to build a statue in the middle of Letya. Just build the statue hotspot as long as you have 10 magic logs in your inventory. Kellen is going to say to you that she's upstairs. Come talk to her. Speak to Kellen. She's the one with the purple hair. And you're going to find out that she is actually the first elder. Say the 4th chat option, it's time. I'm gathering the clan leaders. And the screen will once again fade to black. And you found the first elder. Now for the next elder, excuse me, you're going to want to go back downstairs, down to the bank. And you're going to get quite a few things out of the bank this time. So for your second inventory, you're going to want a full set of combat equipment equipped, as well as having your weapon and ammo also equipped. So runes in your inventory or arrows equipped. You're going to want still those 1 to 3 crystal teleport seeds. If you used one of them all the way already, just go ahead and throw it in your bank and just bring 2 of them. Just make sure you have them. You're going to want to bring an anti-poison just in case you get poisoned. Remember, this was an optional item. A rune bar, a plant cure, 1 of each charm, as well as the Amlodd charm that was given to you by Gwir. 200 spirit shards exactly, 1 empty summoning pouch, 1 super defense, 3. It's very important that this is a 3 dose super defense, as well as around 5 food. You're not going to be doing too much fighting, but there will be some fighting involved. Where you're going to want to go is right outside Letya, past the trees. There's going to be some red mushrooms here that we need to pick up. Make sure that before you leave, make sure you have at least 2 free inventory spaces so you can pick up these mushrooms right now. So pass by these trees, and right outside you can pick the red mushrooms. Now from here, you're going to want to go west, and there's going to be some blue mushrooms located right here. Watch out for the tripwire. Make sure you choose step over it. And then once again to your west, there's going to be some dense forest that you need to go through. Now south of here is where those blue mushrooms are going to be. You only need 1, so just go pick the mushroom. And then go north from the dense forest you came out of. Make sure you jump over the leaves so that you don't fall into the pit trap. And then go east and make your way all the way back to the underground pass. Now ignore my inventory here for a second. I had to make 2 trips. You're going to want to go up to the obelisk here in the underground pass and use the Amlodd charm on the summoning thing. Choose the first chat option, create the Amlodd pouch, and then click summon on the Amlodd pouch, and this is going to summon Lord Amlodd. Choose the 4th chat option, it's time I'm gathering the clan leaders, and you'll have completed Lord Amlodd and have him summoned. Now back to normal. You're going to want to go east from the summoning obelisk, and on the southern wall there's going to be an option to mine the cracked wall. Clear the tunnel, enter the tunnel, and you're going to need to fight each of the 3 guys here, the automatons. They're not too difficult, but they can take a little longer to fight because they have such high health. Once you've killed the last automaton, click on Lady Traherne, and it'll give you the option to wake her. Choose the first chat option to repair the Exoskelton, and this is going to use the rune bar on her and bring her back to life, essentially. She'll talk to you. Just click through the dialogue until you're presented with some options, and then choose the 4th chat option. It's time I'm gathering the clan leaders. Now you can exit the underground pass, and you're going to want to home teleport back to Tyrnwyn. From here, you're going to want to go west through the dense forest. And then once you're through the dense forest, head north over the tripwires. Go all the way through the dense forest located here. And then once you're all the way through, just mine a tree really fast. Cut down a tree really fast. You don't have to cut it down all the way. Just once you have those yellow bulbs, shoot towards the tree back there, go back into the dense forest, and inspect the tree. It's going to tell you it needs plant cure, so use your plant cure potion on the tree, and the tree will turn into Lord Chris. Click through the dialogue here, and then choose the fourth chat option. It's time I'm gathering the clan leaders. Now from here, you're going to want to go to the Poison Wastes. The fastest way is to use your Crystal Teleport Seed and go back to Letya. And exit Letya past the trees, and then just go south. Keep going all the way south until you make it to the lake, essentially. And then this is the path that you're going to have to take across the Poison Wastes to get to the next Elder. Now, you can follow along exactly with my character, but if you get lost and need to catch up, you can refer back to this to catch up to where my character is. Now you're going to want to jump on the first rocks right here and continue going south. And then go south once more. You can jump diagonally, keep that in mind. It can save a small amount of time. Now if you do take the wrong path, it's not the end of the world. It's just going to dead end. Once you make it here, you're going to want to choose the north path. And then the western path. From this island, go west, and then go jump on the rock on the southern side. And then on the sort of southern side, kind of the western side of this island. On the southern side of this island as well, you're going to want to use these rocks here. And then on the western side of this island. Go north. And then west once more. Continue to go west. And once again, continue to go west. And then on the western side of this island, there's a path that goes north. And then follow this path here, sort of on the southern side of the island, to get to the next one. South once again. And then west. And you can see the path that goes all the way over to the shore at this point now. You probably could have seen it earlier. My camera was just pointed totally the wrong way. Now once you get onto the mainland, you're going to see an elf hermit standing outside of her hut here. You're going to want to speak to the elf hermit. And choose the second chat option, I seek the wisdom of Saren. It's important you choose these exact chat options. Follow that up with the second chat option, Saren's faithfulness to the elves. And then the symmetry of the crystals, which is the first chat option. Now follow that with the third chat option, I don't know. And then choose the fourth chat option, it's time I'm gathering the elders. Now, while we're here, you're going to want to grind your 2 mushrooms and turn them into dust. And then use that mushroom powder on your defense potion. This is going to turn into a 3-dose Mylar potion. And then use your Ring of Kinship to teleport to Damonheim. Go north into the castle here. And once you're in the little main room, drink the Mylar potion. This is going to open a portal up, and you're going to want to go into that portal. Now, in the northeastern room is where you're going to find Lady Mylar. You're going to want to speak to her. Click through the dialogue options, and then choose the 4th chat option when it's presented to you, telling her it's time and you're gathering the elders. You've collected the final elder. You're going to want to use that crystal teleport seed and go back to let you know. And speak to Arianwin. Tell him you're ready to teleport, and you're going to go back to the Prifddinas Undercity. Speak to Arianwin. And then choose the 2nd chat option, can you teleport me to let you know. Now home teleport back to Tyrannwyn. And you're going to want to go talk to General Hiding at the Tiras camp. General Hiding is, as I said, located in the Tiras camp. You can get there by going west from the home teleport and going through the dense forest, over the tripwire, through the other dense forest, around the pond, and through another dense forest. You can see me do this here. As I said, go north from that 2nd dense forest, sort of northwest. And once you get around the corner here, go south. You'll see a Tiras guard standing outside the dense forest. You're just going to want to go through that dense forest. And once you're through, you're going to see General Hiding just standing around in the camp. Choose the 4th chat option when it's available. The time has come to face the darkness. And General Hiding is going to agree to attack at the given time. Use your crystal teleport seed to get back to Letya. And then you're going to want to go to the bank before we start the final part of the quest. Now for your 3rd inventory, you're going to need a full set of combat equipment equipped, as well as a weapon and ammo equipped, and those 1 to 3 crystal teleport seeds. This is more of a emergency teleport at this point, rather than navigation, but you can also get back to Letya with it if for some reason you need to. Fill the rest of your inventory with food, as well as things like prayer potions, restore potions, and any combat potions you might have, as there's a boss fight at the end of this quest, and it is a boss that can hit you pretty high, and you need to fight him a couple times. You may have to drop some food at the end of the quest if you don't use it all, but that's not a big deal, as you need to have 15 open inventory spaces, and I had that no problem. So this is what you're going to need. Just make sure you're properly prepared for the boss fight during the quest. From the bank, speak to Ariamun. And let him know that you're ready to teleport. You're going to go back to the Prifddinas Undercity one more time. Speak to Ariamun here. He's going to tell you it's time, and then you're going to want to go into the Grand Library. You'll get teleported in, and from here you're going to want to walk west. And you're going to be engaged in some dialogue once you get to the end of the bridge with Arianwin. Choose the second chat option. Okay, what do I do now? And he's going to tell you that you need to take some mirrors and direct a light beam once again into a crystal in the center of the room. So you can see if you activate the Seal of Edern here, the first one you're going to do, it has little globes around it. It's just going to power on, so you need to do it without actually having the beam. So you're going to want to place a mirror on the first plinth and then rotate the mirror so that the beam will shoot north. Place a mirror on the second plinth to the north, not the first one here that I placed it on. That was a misclick. Place it on the second one, and then rotate it so the light beam is going to shine west. Now you're going to want to place a mirror on the second plinth to the west, and it should be automatically facing the right direction. Now run back to the Edern crystal, and some level 105 magic monsters will spawn with each crystal activation. Now if this is going too fast for you, this is the speed at which I did it, you can slow the video down or rewind it. I apologize if it's a little too fast, this is just at 1x speed. So you're going to want to kill these shadows. I'm sorry, these aren't level 105, these are only level 98. Level 105 shadows will spawn next time, and they're going to be a little tougher. So now you're going to want to move on to the next crystal. It will be the one with the lit up globes around it to the southwest, and the next crystal is always going to be in a clockwise direction from here. So you're going to place a mirror on the plinth to the north of the crystal. It should automatically be facing the right direction, and then place a mirror on the plinth just to the east. Now you're going to run all the way north and place a mirror on the plinth that's the northmost one, and then rotate it so the beam is going to shine to the west. Now run to the west and place a mirror on the plinth there, and then run back and activate the Treharn crystal. Make sure you're ready because this is going to spawn mobs that use magic attacks. Now the big mobs there are going to be the one that hurt you quite a bit, but they're still not the boss. These are the level 105. If you can't attack them for some reason, just talk to somebody and it's going to trigger the dialogue. You have to click through the dialogue before you can attack the shadows. These greater shadows can hit you for around 800 pretty regularly, so Protect for Magic is recommended, but don't waste it if you didn't bring any prayer potions because the boss also uses a magic and that can hit pretty hard as well. Once you've killed all the shadows, you're going to be able to move on to the next crystal. This is the Ioworth crystal located in the southwest of the room. You're going to want to place a mirror on the plinth just to the north of the crystal. Rotate the mirror and then move to the west and place a mirror on that plinth. Now you're going to want to rotate that mirror as well and then run all the way north and place a mirror on the plinth in the same row but all the way north. Now you're going to want to run east and place a mirror on the plinth there. Rotate the mirror and then place a mirror on the one just to the south. Now run west and place a mirror on that plinth and activate the Ioworth crystal. This is going to spawn the boss for the first time, so make sure you're ready with quick prayers and your health being full. Click through the dialogue and then choose the second chat option. I don't want to talk, let's fight. Now the boss is going to use two different types of attacks, one magic and one typeless, so I'm recommending that you use Protect from Magic. As well as the second type of attack, you can avoid the typeless attack by moving out of the ground effect when he casts it and not returning to that area until he dies. Each time he dies, those poison gases are going to go away, so you can avoid them. He uses this attack roughly every 4 to 5 seconds, so just move every 3 seconds and you should be good. Now you're going to want to move on to Crystal Ethel. This is going to be in the southeast corner, as I said, clockwise. And place a mirror on the plinth just to the east of the crystal, the closest one to the crystal. Then go north and place a mirror on that plinth. Go east from there and place a mirror on that plinth. Now north of that one, you're going to want to place a mirror there. And then the second one to the east, place a mirror on that plinth. Rotate it, and then south of there, place a mirror on that plinth. Rotate that mirror, and then run east and place a mirror on the plinth just to the east. Then the one north of that, and the one east of that. Rotate this mirror, and then run south from where you are currently and place the mirror on that plinth, and it will be ready to activate the Iorth crystal. Or Ithal crystal, I'm sorry. You're going to have to fight the boss once again after you activate the crystal from here on out. Say, I don't want to talk, let's fight. And it's going to be the same mechanics for the rest of the fight. Just make sure you avoid that ground attack and have on Protect from Magic. Once you've got everything killed, you can move on to the next crystal. That's going to be the Amlodd crystal, and this is on the east side, just north of the previous crystal you did. So you're going to want to place a mirror on the plinth just to the east of the crystal here, and then on the one to the north of that. And then just to the east of that one, there's going to be a plinth there that you need to place the mirror on, and then rotate, and then run south and place a mirror on the third plinth to the south. Not the first one, I misclicked once again. So on the third one here, place a mirror, rotate it so that it faces the right direction, and then 2 to the east, you're going to want to place a mirror on that plinth. You're going to want to rotate it so the beam goes south, and then place a mirror on the plinth to the south. Rotate that one, and then run 2 to the east and place a mirror on that plinth. 1 to the north, place a mirror on that plinth. 1 to the east, place a mirror. 2 to the north, place a mirror, and rotate that mirror so it faces the right direction. Now you can activate the Amlodd crystal. Once again, you're going to have to fight the boss. Choose the second chat option. I don't want to talk, let's fight. And proceed to kill the boss. Just like previous fights, once you've got everything killed, you can move on to the next crystal. This crystal is going to be on the northeastern side of the room. It's still the one with all the glowing little orbs around it. And this is the Hefen crystal, or the Seal of Hefen. You can see there's already a mirror there in front of it. So place a mirror on the most northeastern plinth. Rotate that one, and then run all the way south on the same row to the southeasternmost plinth, and place a mirror there. Now run all the way to the southwesternmost plinth, and place a mirror on that one. And rotate that mirror. And then run all the way north and place a mirror on that plinth. Now you're going to want to go one row east and then place a mirror on the southernmost plinth in that row. If you're confused by that, it's this one right here. And then rotate that mirror and then run east to the next plinth in the current row. Place a mirror on that plinth and then run north. And place a mirror on the next plinth to the north. Rotate that mirror and then run and place a mirror on the next plinth to the west. South from there, place a mirror. Rotate that mirror. Place a mirror on the plinth to the east. To the north. Rotate the mirror and then place a mirror on the plinth to the west. Now you can activate the Heffen crystal and once again be ready for a fight. Choose the second chat option when available. I don't want to talk, let's fight. You could always talk if you actually wanted to. I just skipped most of the story because I wanted to get to Pref. I was getting a little impatient. It's the same fight as always, it just gets a little tougher as he spawns more of these big shadow creatures to help him fight you. Just make sure you're eating adequately, don't let yourself die, that could suck. And after this fight, there's only one more fight and 2 more mirror puzzles. So the next crystal you're going to want to go to is the Mylar crystal. This is on the north side of the room, has the globes around it. So you're going to want to move to the Mylar crystal, and you can see there's already a mirror out in front. So just to the east of the current mirror, you're going to want to place a mirror. This is also the northeasternmost plinth. Rotate that mirror, and then just to the south of this one, you're going to want to place a mirror there. It's going to be facing the correct direction, and then go 2 plinths to the west and place a mirror on that plinth. Now south of that plinth, place a mirror, and then run 2 plinths to the west and place a mirror. Not on the first one, on the second one. Once again, I misclicked. Now go 3 to the south and place a mirror on that plinth. Rotate that mirror and then go 1 to the east and place a mirror on that plinth. Rotate it and then go 1 to the south and place a mirror there. Rotate that mirror and then run all the way 4 to the west, to the east. I apologize. 4 plinths to the east, place a mirror, and then go 2 to the north. Rotate that mirror and then go 1 to the west. Place a mirror there. Rotate that mirror, go 1 to the north. Place a mirror there. Rotate it. And then go ahead and activate the Mylar crystal. This is going to be the final boss fight before you just kill him with a light the next time. Tell him, I don't want to talk, let's fight. And you don't have to conserve your food too much here. If you're getting low and are worried about it, this is the final fight. You don't have to kill him anymore after this. He's going to die. Now, the final puzzle is the Chris puzzle. You can see currently there are a lot of mirrors scattered around all around. So this one might be a little confusing to follow along with, but you're going to want to move to the Chris crystal. And the first mirror it's going to hit is going to be already there, just to the west. So move west 1 row and north 1 space and place a mirror on that plinth. Now go east 1 space and place a mirror on that plinth, north 1 space from there and place a mirror on that plinth, and rotate it. And you can see it's going to bounce off the next few mirrors, so run south 2 plinths and place a mirror there. Rotate that mirror, and then run all the way south in the current row and place a mirror there. And then run 2 plinths to the west and place a mirror on that plinth. Now run all the way west and place a mirror on that plinth. And you're going to want to make sure it's rotated so the beam will go north. Place a mirror on the plinth 1 row north and 2 spaces to the east. And then go 1 row north again and 2 spaces to the west and place a mirror there, and then rotate it. Now go all the way north to the northwesternmost plinth and place a mirror there, and then 1 row east and south 1 space. You're going to want to place a mirror there and rotate it. Now go 1 row east again and run 1 row north, place a mirror, and then 1 row east again and place a mirror and rotate it. And that is going to be the seal of Chris. I know that was very fast. I apologize, but that is how fast I did it in real time. You can always rewind, and I apologize about that. Now you can see the boss was killed. You can click through all the dialogue here or read it, as this is the end of the quest. You are very close to Prif. Don't leave, though. Once you see the quest complete, I'm going to show you how to actually get into Prif, but you did it. Congratulations, you completed the quest. Now, to get into Prif, you're going to want to speak to Arianwin and choose the second chat option, can you teleport me to Prifdinus? He's going to put you right outside the gates, and there's going to be 2 elves standing guard to the hill. Now you have to click on these guards to get past them. And then go up the hill, and then west. Now, Arianwin is going to be waiting on the bridge to Prifdinus, and he's going to have a cutscene for you. I'm going to leave that out, not to spoil it. I want you to experience it yourself, or you can just skip it if you don't care. And it was just a lot of extra crap you didn't need in the video here. Now, once you speak to Arianwin, you're going to want to run all the way north until you get to the center courtyard of Prifdinus. I'm just doing this so that you can activate your lodestone and you can get here real easy. So run all the way north to the center of Prifdinus once you get here. And then right in the center is going to be the Prifdinus lodestone. Click on it to activate it. And you've done it. Congratulations. I really want to say thank you to those that have subscribed to me and liked some of my stuff and followed me all the way here. I really appreciate it. If you like my stuff, maybe check out some of my other videos. I got a hardcore Iron Man series. And I love you. Thanks for watching. Peace.